Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us from in the world. I wanted to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and joining me on all the lives. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Wafa and I'm an English teacher in Canada. I decided to start this YouTube channel to just really help you on your IELTS journey, uh, ensuring that you are able to improve your English. And today's live, I actually wanted to discuss some strategies that have worked for my previous students and what they had to say about it. I think it's so important that you realize that when I do share these strategies, think about if you make any of these errors, because this may be leading you to the wrong direction, which is why you may not be seeing any improvement in your English for IELTS speaking. So just remember that these will make a big difference, the strategies that I'm discussing today in your IELTS journey. So the first strategy I wanted to talk about is if for any reason you try to copy any native accent, copying native accents are not necessary when you are preparing for IELTS speaking. Just remember that a lot of people think that copying accents is part of should be part of their strategy when preparing for IELTS speaking. Some think they need to sound exactly like native speakers, but remember that you are actually being graded on your language skill, not how well you sound like a native English speaker. Remember this because I want you to know that in our IELTS speaking band 7 and 7 days course, this is what we really make sure you understand and make sure you don't make this mistake of copying native accents. I want you to meet one of my previous students. Her name was Sarah, and Sarah always made this issue before, prior to actually enrolling in our course. She was aiming for a high IELTS score, and initially she spent so much time mimicking native English speakers, their accents and everything. But this left her feeling inauthentic and a bit uncomfortable, to be honest, because she felt like she wasn't herself. She wasn't talking natural spoken English. She learned that it's all about clarity and not accents. And with lots of practice, Sarah was actually able to develop a confident speaking style that helped her score a band 8 in IELTS speaking. So remember this, that you do not need to sound like a native. You do not need to mimic a native accent and spend time doing that. Spend your time in the right places, like Sarah did, and she was able to score that band 8 that she always dreamed of after she actually joined our course. Second, let me just change my screen. The second strategy I wanted to discuss is avoid talking too fast. You don't need to talk too fast in IELTS speaking. This is often a mistake a lot of students make. And just remember that in reality, speaking clearly is more important than speaking too fast, because we all know that if you speak too fast, you won't be able to get your message across clearly and concisely. So you need to make sure you show the examiner that you are, in fact, fluent in English by speaking at a steady pace, guys. Remember, this is not a race. Don't talk too fast. Then that way you are making so many mistakes. You are pronouncing words wrong, and it gets difficult. So here's another one of our students who here is another one of our students. One second. So let me go to, his name is Raj. So let me make it big so you guys are able to actually see. Yes, great. So Raj actually initially, before taking our course, because we do a little bit of an assessment of what they used to do, what didn't work, and Raj actually always assumed that he had to talk too fast, or he spent time in his previous IELTS speaking exams talking too fast, but this did not showcase his fluency. In fact, he started making lots of mistakes while he spoke too fast and struggled to follow the answer structure he was. Raj actually relearned the importance of speaking at a steady pace, and this helped him score a band 7 once he took our course. So this was great for Raj because he was able to get that overall band score he needed to pass the IELTS exam. And this is something I want you to take note of. Another strategy I wanted to discuss is pronunciation improvement. So, a lot of students assume that there's no way I could improve my pronunciation. It's impossible. Nuh-uh. But here's the truth, guys. With the right guidance, with the right clear information and strategies and techniques, everyone can improve their pronunciation, guys. Improving your pronunciation is totally possible in IELTS speaking if you are given the right roadmap. And this is why I wanted you to meet Maria. So Maria was actually also a student of ours who, when she originally joined, Maria used to believe her pronunciation was not able to be fixed at all. She thought, you know what? I'm going to always struggle with pronunciation. I'll never be able to get a high band at IELTS speaking. So she started attending our specialized pronunciation classes. And guess what? Through lots of dedication and practice, her accent actually became more clear and she was able to secure a band 7 in IELTS speaking, which I'm so proud of. She was just an amazing student of ours. And Maria, I'm so happy for you. So I wanted to also discuss um, managing anxiety, which is another strategy that I always like to teach my students because a lot of students assume I don't know, I don't think I could ever stop feeling scared when I talk English. I don't think I could ever stop feeling anxious when try to speak English. And guess what, guys? Once again, I wanted to mention is that overcoming anxiety is totally possible with the right relaxation techniques through mindfulness. And this is what's so important. So, it is possible to control your anxiousness, and we'll share techniques to help you not just on the IELTS exam, right? But in everyday life, because we all know you are taking the IELTS exam because either you're going to an English speaking school or moving abroad or working in an English speaking environment. So you need to make sure you are able to overcome that anxiety, not just in the IELTS speaking exam, but in everyday life. And this is what we teach you in our course. I want you to meet one of our other students. His name was Nafi. Nafi actually really killed. He really crushed the IELTS speaking band 7 in 7 days course. He did amazing. He was so inspiring because Originally, he was always overwhelmed by test anxiety. I mean, even the day I met him, he always felt so anxious, and he always feared freezing up during the IELTS speaking test. This is what he told me on the first day of the assessment. And you know what? I helped him so much. He actually took all the techniques and methods we taught in our course uh, into consideration, right? It's one thing to read about it, and but it's another thing to actually have an action plan in place. He was able to regain lots of control over his anxiety, and guess what? Nafi not only passed the test, but he also achieved a band 8 with lots of confidence in talking English. Remember that confidence comes from within, and you need to know how to bring that confidence out. And this is what we help you with in the IELTS Speaking Band 7 in 7 days course. So remember this when you are deciding on taking your exam, that you need to learn how to overcome these challenges. Talk too fast on your IELTS exam, or maybe you spend hours trying to mimic native English speakers. Don't waste your time in the wrong places, guys. This is what I want to tell you. A lot of students are wondering, why can't I just achieve a band score of a 7 and higher right away? It's because you were utilizing or wasting your time in the wrong places. You need to have a right roadmap in place, and you need to make sure you actually take action steps towards this roadmap. So here's the last strategy I wanted to discuss today. The last strategy is lots of students assuming that you need fancy vocabulary words for a high score in IELTS speaking. So the main issue with this is, I just want you to remember that fancy words are actually not needed. That's a myth to think that you need complex vocab, or you need to use complex vocabulary words, right? So even though using good vocabulary is great, what's more important is that you actually learn how to use these words correctly. I want you to know that this is what we cover in our course. We actually explore why precise language use is the key to success. You need to know how to use these words correctly, in the right form, in the right sentences. And this is why I wanted you to meet our dear student, Amina. Amina was actually a great student of ours, and she believed that advanced vocabulary was the only key to success in IELTS speaking. But she soon realized that clear communication uh, was the actual truth, rather than using complex words. Uh, she focused on delivering her thoughts coherently, and guess what? After taking our IELTS speaking band 7 in 7 days course, she was able to score a band 8 in her IELTS speaking test. All because why? Because she implemented the strategies we taught in our exact course, guys. And this is why it's so important to have a proper roadmap in place, a proper guidance in place, so that way you are able to see that improvement throughout the days, right? If you don't have a proper roadmap in place or a proper structure to follow, you're never going to see any improvement. And that's the truth. If you're just going to practice a bunch of free material online, these materials are not going to teach you how to overcome anxiety, how to not use fancy vocabulary words, how to manage your anxiety, right? Or maybe how to improve your pronunciation. All these need to be taught with a coach, through a program, so that way we are with you step by step along the way to improve your English, to be able to improve your English. Look, I know it's scary. I know that learning English is not easy. But if you are consistent every day, you take action, you will see lots of improvement in your English. And I promise you that. Um, just like anything else, right? You go to the gym and you start lifting weights. You could only lift 5 pounds for 3 weeks. And then after 3 weeks of your body getting used to it, you increase the weight to maybe 8 pounds and move your way up. That's the same thing with English. You have to start from the bottom and work your way up. So I believe in you guys. If you are interested in our IELTS speaking Band 7 in 7 days course, make sure you check out the description down below. We have a wait list currently, because I was teaching this course in person, but now we are actually extending to online. So we are just finishing up, and I'm so excited. The course is only 7 days, 7 modules for a guaranteed a band 7 or higher. So what better than that? And guys, I don't know if I told you, but I am actually teaching the course myself over Zoom, and you get a 1 hour Q&A call with me live after every session. And if you are not able to attend at that particular time when it is going on live, don't worry, we will be recording the session for you to be able to access at a more convenient time, guys. I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you soon. If you have any questions about this course, don't hesitate to reach out to me through the DMs. I like to hang out on Facebook a lot, so you could contact me there, send me a direct message, and I'd be happy to help you. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.